Hello and welcome to Primm, Nevada. Welcome to the channel. I'm Sean from Miles to Memories, and today we have a very special video for you. The long closed because of COVID casino Buffalo Bills in Primm, Nevada, just 30 minutes outside Las Vegas, has now reopened. And this is a special place, and I hope to show you exactly why through this video. I visited on Christmas Eve, which was the second day it had reopened. Buffalo Bills closed in March of 2020 and only reopened for 3 weekends for events since then. But they are now open every single day, and a lot has changed inside, a lot for the better, but there's still a long way to go. Join me for this tour of Buffalo Bills in Primm, Nevada, so you can see what it looks like in 2023 and why it's one of the best themed casinos in the Las Vegas area. I grew up driving down I-15 from Southern California to Las Vegas as a child and passing through what was known then as State Line, Nevada. And back then there was just Whiskey Pete's, which was built in 1977, and a place called Cactus Kate's. But eventually the Primm family had grander visions for this property, and in 1990 they opened the Prima Donna Hotel and Casino, which today is known as Primm Valley. Just a few years later, on May 14th, 1994, the Old West-themed Buffalo Bills opened its doors. Walking inside the building, you can see the old monorail station. This was a 4-car monorail holding 24 passengers each, and it has been closed for several years, even before COVID. But my first impressions walking in were, I had forgotten how beautiful the murals are, the rockwork is, and how cool it is that you have a log flume going through the casino. We'll talk more about that later. A few years ago, Buffalo Bills underwent a renovation where their rooms got furniture from Fontainebleau, and they renovated their coffee shop into this Denny's. I love that you have to cross the bridge over the log flume to get to all the restaurants. This log flume used to feature shooting elements, and some of the theming still remains. We'll talk a little bit about the rides now, and then I'll show you what they look like on the outside later. This is the walkway out to the rides, to Desperado, the roller coaster, to the log flume. There used to be a space shot, a frog hopper, and other stuff. Kucha's Mexican food is one of the 2 restaurants in this area, including Panda Express, that will reopen soon. This is a Southern California staple with 6 locations. It opened in Buffalo Bills in 2019. Before we get any deeper in here, I want to point out the theming. Look at these buildings. While not fancy, this is some of the finer theming you'll see in a casino anywhere in the Las Vegas area. It shows a great attention to detail, lots of great theming and buildings all throughout this property. You'll see why it is a special one and why we're so happy to have it back on the Vegas casino scene. This area is kind of sad. There used to be motion simulator rides down towards the back, and that whole back area is closed. Hi to the security guard who was following me. This area used to go out to the space shot, and the ticket booth was just off to the right under those neon lights. Such a beautiful area, but so quiet right now with Desperado closed. This is how you would get up to the roller coaster. Not going to happen today, but I'll give you a little inside information later in the video about what might happen to Desperado and the other rides at Buffalo Bills. Into what's left of the arcade now, and this is sort of sad to see. Only this front area is open with some modern machines. Love that carpeting, but you'll see what happened to the rest of the arcade in a second. This looks into the log flume area, and I love that light, the theming there. Can't get back there, but that's the unload area for the log flume, also the exit for the roller coaster. Hopefully they will see guests someday again soon. This is the empty arcade area in the back. Notice those train tracks When Buffalo Bills opened, it was a destination and included a train ride across I-15. It only lasted about a year, and you will see those train tracks running through the casino, outside the building, and everywhere else. This area looks really great, and I hope once again that it will welcome guests, riders, families, everything that used to come in the past. It's really very beautiful. Now, let's just take a quick walk through the casino and see what Buffalo Bills looks like right now. Many of the machines in the casino at Buffalo Bills have been moved over from Primm Valley, and so you have a mix of modern machines and some older ones, and they're still doing a lot of work, as you'll see throughout this video. Not everything has been installed, but they are doing a good job of bringing some of the modern stuff there. As we approach the beautiful tree bar, the iconic centerpiece of this casino, so beautiful, a cool place to play some video poker. I love that tree, and you can really see the visuals as the theming extends from one end of Buffalo Bills to the other. There's simply not another casino like it. Buffalo Bills is home to the Star of the Desert Arena, holding 6,500 people, and I was told by the marketing manager that this area is really popular during concerts, and so they decided to remove the old flooring, the old carpet, and replace it with this new flooring, and I think it looks pretty good. You'll also notice new carpeting throughout the casino, and later in the video I'll show you a better shot of it. It's a huge improvement over what was here before. And while this bar wasn't currently open when I visited, it is open during busier times and when the arena has a performance going on. Buffalo Bills opened 3 times since COVID, all because of concerts in the arena. And while far outside Las Vegas, this arena in the past has held some big names, and they definitely lean into that. You'll see these show dates dating back 2010, 2011, 2012, the heyday of this property. And Boys to Men. I remember seeing them out in Primm at Buffalo Bills in 2012. It was a great show, and one I will remember a long time. The hotel at Buffalo Bills, when it opened in 1994, had 592 hotel rooms. They added a second tower, bringing the total up to 1,242 in 1995. I wasn't able to get inside any of the rooms, but this is the way the hallways look. I'm not sure if this is new carpet or the way it looked before. The only room I got a peek inside was still under construction, not quite ready for the masses, although at this time I think they only have the smaller tower open. One of the highlights of Buffalo Bills and Primm is the buffalo-shaped pool area and this internal courtyard. A very peaceful place, especially when you consider that you're surrounded by desert on all sides. And while there wasn't anybody out there enjoying it right now, I'm sure this summer it will be hopping. A great pool area, well maintained, and who doesn't want to swim in a pool shaped like a giant buffalo? I also love the barn theming of the tower. This is a nice area outside and a little bit nicer than you would probably expect out here in the middle of Primm. Heading back inside the Modelo row of machines, Buffalo Bills has done really well targeting the Hispanic market. here is a look at the general store. Every Old West themed casino should have one. And here's something that you don't see too often, the William Hill Sportsbook. Caesars bought William Hill and most of those sportsbooks have been changed over, but this one still remains William Hill branded with that blue paint scheme and a fairly robust setup for what you would expect out in Primm. Although you can see some of the televisions are burned out, but not a bad place to watch the game. Now let's talk about that carpet. Look at it. This is the brand new Buffalo Bills carpet. The old carpet was sort of brownish. This bright red really opens up the place, makes it seem livelier. It's pretty, it's vibrant. I really like it. I love the little BB on the carpet as well. And the Bonnie and Clyde death car has now moved to its third home in just the last few years. It used to live at Whiskey Pete's, then it moved to Primm Valley, and now it is being set up on the floor of Buffalo Bills, along with those really cool Bonnie and Clyde quarter slot machines, those old school slot machines. Fun stuff out in Primm. Now let's look at the hotel lobby, and this area is beautiful. Tons of great theming. Look at those murals. This area used to feature a waterfall right near where the wolf is. That's no longer active, but it's still a beautiful area with tons of theming, a lot going on. So who owns Buffalo Bills in the Primm Valley Resorts? Well, it was built by the Primm family way back when. They expanded it and with this grand vision of turning this into a mega resort. With the addition of Prima Donna in 1990 and Buffalo Bills in 1994, this property once had a movie theater, amusement rides, a mall, which was added in 1998, and tons of restaurants, casino space, and hotel rooms. Each of the casinos is connected by a monorail, with Whiskey Pete's and Prima Donna or Primm Valley connected by a single car monorail, and then that 4-car monorail connecting the Buffalo Bills. So back in the day, at the height of this resort area, you could connect through all the casinos without driving, utilizing all of what they had to offer, including movie theaters and everything else. It was a true family casino resort, which is just something you don't see anymore. The Primm family sold their stake in Buffalo Bills, Prima Donna, and Whiskey Pete's, along with their 50% ownership stake in New York, to MGM Grand Incorporated back in 1999 for $276 million in stock plus $336 million in assumed debt. MGM really treated these properties as second tier and didn't really invest much in them. And in 2007, Herbst Gaming bought the properties for $400 million. Herbst Gaming is now known as Affinity Interactive, and the Herbst family got forced out after a bankruptcy about a decade ago. The properties really haven't seen a ton of investment, although I'm told by the marketing manager that new management is in charge and there's a lot of passion behind getting this property back up and running into the way it was before. Buffalo Bills coming back has meant the sacrifice of Primm Valley or the old Prima Donna, as most of the machines have been moved over to Buffalo Bills. And for now, the Primm Valley Hotel is permanently closed, with the mall now blocked off from the casino. I'll have a video on that next week, so check it out on the channel. But let's head outside, see what it looks like from the outside, and take a closer look at those sexy, sexy rides. Outside the casino, you can see the beautiful mountain with Desperado running through it. And this is a very welcoming front entrance. You also see the log flume here as it drops down and then floats through the casino, along with those old railroad tracks that no longer serve any purpose. That railroad only lasted about a year. The log flume running through the casino is one of my favorite features of this property, and one that I hope lasts a long time. As we head to the back of the property and take a look at where Desperado hits the casino, the old area where the space shot used to be, and then eventually the old train station, let's talk about the rides. I talked to the manager there, and while I couldn't get any confirmation, it does seem like there may be plans to bring the rides back. What I did find out is that the log flume and coaster are required to be tested quite often, and so they are in working condition and have been tested throughout the closure. This is the old station for that train that has been long closed, and you can see the service entrance for Panda Express and the old McDonald's. That McDonald's area is all blocked off and it appears to be gone. What isn't gone is Desperado, and if you're expecting some rinky-dink roller coaster in the middle of the desert, you're not going to get it here. Desperado opened as the tallest roller coaster in the world, and it's still one of the tallest and longest coasters to exist on planet Earth. It can be known to be a rough ride, but it is a lot of fun, and it reopened after several years of being closed in 2019 with refurbishments. I rode it several times, and it was a great ride. If it does reopen, it'll probably only be in the summer on the weekends, but let's hope it happens. And if you get a chance, make sure to go out and ride it. Buffalo Bills in Primm doesn't get the respect it deserves as an icon in the Vegas area. With tribal gaming and so much changing in the landscape, Primm really has suffered. But today marks a new day for Primm, its casinos, and Buffalo Bills. While we might not ever get that grand resort that we saw in the 90s, today we are getting a new hope for themed resorts, for fun, and for Primm, Nevada. Have you ever been to Buffalo Bills? Have you been to Primm? What do you think about what Buffalo Bills looks like here in 2023? What do you think about the future of this place? Let me know in the comments. I know for so many people driving from California to Nevada, this is an iconic piece of architecture, and now we get to see it open after almost 3 years of closure. I was so happy to get there, so happy to share it with you. Thanks so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, hit the notification bell, and look for that Primm Valley video, a much more depressing one, next week. Thanks for watching. Talk to you next time.